Good morning, it's Tony Hayes from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is the 30th of April 2022. It's a Saturday morning. It's coming up to about 11:30, so I'm hoping to get at least this movie done this morning before I go and watch Liverpool and Newcastle, which kicks off at 12:30. So I hopefully will get this done. We're today looking at movie 434. This is dated from the 17th of April. The reason why I'm a little bit behind with this is that this has been deliberately, not by design, is that the owner decided that he was going to move from the main office into what we always call the empty office. That office had been petitioned off, and one new business had moved in. And we're not too certain if they're actually moved in yet, but certainly the modification. So the empty room has become really 2 rooms. They put a completely new partition wall there. The fire escape is now being used as the exit and entry to this business here. I'm not too sure what the business is. I think it's got to do something to do with women, nails, or that type of thing. It was strange how a business can make money out of doing nails. But anyway, on what they all decided to do, for whatever reason, he was going to move into the rest of the empty room. They put another petition through. So the camera which has been on that kitchen area, probably certainly 16 months or more, is still in place. And the minute the work commenced, which was on the 7th of April, stuff then started to occur. So in a way, it's like when you look at the historical hauntings that you often investigate, when the client first contacts you, the first thing you want to find out is what is the trigger. There's always a trigger and a period of time when it occurred. There's a reason why the SPR are correct by calling it spontaneous phenomena. It is spontaneous, and the phenomena can be sometimes very strange. So we look at the 7th of April, even though we just sort of move in rooms. I'm looking at it like a house move, a moving property, and we had this issue of this. I don't actually know what this piece of equipment is, but that handle just dropped down for whatever reason after about 2 or 3 hours of the builders leaving it there. It could have a rational explanation. We have no idea. And then it went sort of quiet for a period of time up to the 16th of April. And there was a series of bangs. All seemed to be around this time. I think you always got to look for patterns. So at 21:37 on the 16th, in fact, all these are 16th, 21:37, 21:45, which is 8 minutes after, 22:43. That was on that day. So we're now looking on the following day. We've got another one. So what I actually have done with this, we had a similar bang. That was at 1958 on the 7th. The fundamental frequency, this is the biggest spike in frequency, was at 700 Hz with an average frequency spread between 250 and 900 Hz. And we had these 3 on the 16th. So if you now look at them 3 that occurred on 16th, they are fairly consistent. So I can say with 99.9% certainty, whatever made the noise at 21:37 also made the same sound at 22:43. It sounded the same, the frequency was the same. The only thing that differed, was the actual volume. So these are the three. So we're looking at volume there of just over minus 54 decibels. Next one was 51, and the next one was 48. So they differed in volume. That's quite significant, and the frequencies were practically the same. It's just the volume of them. So it's going to be interesting to see if this other one that we're dealing with now on the 17th of April, the day after, as far as I'm aware, it's the same time. So we'll have a quick listen through to it on Media Player, and I'll slot it in there. As of a couple of days ago, sorry about that, just want to be reminders, the owner is fully in, well, not fully in, he's about 80% moved in, but he's actually using it as his office now. It's built and tidy, and I've got a movie of that to have a look at. So what I think will happen is we'll start to see an increase. There has been a camera in there before, and last night, which would be the 29th of April, the Friday night, the owner, while I was at home, went to the live CCTV, something he can do with these cameras, and there was some unusual sounds occurring. So that gave me the trigger, right, okay, let's just get on top of this, because all you need is 3 or 4 CCTV captures come in every day for 3 to 4 days, and you've got a week's work there. So, and I'm going to clear the backlog. A number of the others are going to be informative in really be just bringing up to speed with events at this Chester building. Excuse me. Right, so let's give this a whirl. Let's have a listen to this to make sure the volumes are up and everything. They're okay. Again, as before, I'm using amplified headphones via a Rode microphone, so I'm on maximum, so I may hear things that you can't. So this is what would become the kitchen area. That's that new board that's gone in, the actual partition wall, and that is there as well, and this is probably going to become sort of a meeting place, that type of thing. Let's see how we go with this. Well, what we're going to do is just have a listen to the bang, and we'll look all the way through just to make sure there's nothing visual. This is dated 22:10, so it's 10 past 7. Sorry, 10 past 7. 10 past. This is a Sunday night, 10 past 10. So we can put it there, can't we? So we're talking similar sort of times again, you see, as the others of the day before. Is that significant? Is there something that's been turned on, switched on, that may account for that sort of sound? At the moment, we don't know. So, okay. Yeah, just over halfway now. It's always an interesting one, these bangs, knocks, raps. In a lot of the haunting poltergeist cases, what's the significance of the sounds? That's the fridge. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that's the fridge. We've had this before. Yeah, I'll look at that in detail in Mixcraft. Okay, so there's nothing visual to see. We've got that additional sound, because it's always important when you get any CCTV, even if you've got 10 minutes of it, go all the way through it, because sometimes you can get accidental captures, and some of the accidental captures could be more intriguing than the one that triggered it. I don't know why on earth I've opened Firefox. Right, okay. Right. Okay, so configure itself, so yeah. As far as the noise is concerned, we define the frequencies, so I should be able to know if the room is demonstrated over the last couple of years, because on the 26th of May this 26th of May of this year, in about just over 3 weeks' time, we've had the case for 2 years. This is where the beginning of January, as the phenomena begin to flatline, just peter out, or is it back? There seems to be something going on again, but we'll just see. Right, okay. Right, I'll get rid of the visual. We've seen that, nothing more to see there. So that's the one we're interested in initially. I'm not using any amplification for that whatsoever. I will be using some EQ, not EQ, spectrum analyzer, because this will tell us if it's the same object that's causing this sound. Put down to average. Yeah. I think we can be confident that's the same as the others. Okay, what we can do now is I'm actually going to take what I used to do when I heard the hand dryer was simply just note it down, hand dryer. I'm actually going to take a fix on the frequency, so I can just use that for later. So if I spot it again, I can quickly, yeah, that is definitely the hand dryer. Which is there. Not the hand dryer, the fridge. It sounds like a hand dryer, which is what we thought initially, and then we realised we're there actually out of investigation when Amanda Griffiths spotted it. We know what it is now. It's the fridge just boots up, so it's almost just circulating the gases in it. So, okay. The problem is with that is I've heard it louder than that. Okay. Where you've got a frequency that you can hear and you're not picking up any spectrum whatsoever, what am I doing? You can always try just small amounts of of amplification. I'm just increasing the volume rather than amplifying. So going to real time, so you're getting it in as the sound is heard, play it, and then keep increasing the volume till you begin to see it's going to be around here. Begin to get the there you go. Because what used to happen, the camera was above the kitchen unit when it was a completely empty room, or just above the fridge, so it was loud. Because of the partition wall that's been put into the left hand side of it, the camera's been moved fully right towards the window. So I'll explain that in detail so you understand what I actually mean. The camera used to be there and now it's here. The fridge is underneath there. This partition wall wasn't there, so it's ideal because it could look at, you know, almost practically 360 degrees of the room. But because that partition wall obviously is facing it, so the camera is now here, and it's probably about 8 foot away from where it was before, where it was above the fridge. So that will explain why why it's a little bit lower on volume, no question. So where's Mixcraft gone? So I've got it there, so we'll just, and now we'll go to average. So as long as the owner keeps the camera where it is, we have got something to compare it. And what I will do, I will make a note on the message thread that we've got there. Don't change the camera position. I'll put fridge. Okay, and we've also got that one. What I will do, I'll just listen to the last of this while the volume's higher. Okay, that's great. So job done on that one. I'll write that up now on the document. We have, in fact, what I'll do while I'm here, let me just paste that into that's the wrong one. There. This is the bang one. So if you look at that frequency, just over, it's about, say, 55, getting to 60, all the way down to about 1,100 hertz. It's a very, very similar sound, to the point we can practically say the sound on the 17th is exactly the same sound on the 16th, the day before, because of the time 21:37, 21:45, 22:43, and we know this to be, I think it was 22:10. They're all different times. So for example, if it was an air conditioning unit or heater that's switching on the timer, they tend to be exactly the same time. I'm not sure if it can be worked off a, probably would do. An air conditioner may well work on temperature. So if it gets above a certain temperature, well, it's not going to have a higher temperature at 10 o'clock at night. It's going to be during the afternoon. So we'll see if we can find this one. So I'm going to write all that one up now, and I'll see you on the next one, which will be movie 435. Okay, any comments, just add them at the YouTube, send us an email, or contact us via Facebook. Any ideas, suggestions, I always look forward to hearing them. Okay, see you soon. Bye.